Welcome to Satan is My Superhero. In this episode, we dress up like we're in a Mad Max movie, strap on a comically ridiculous codpiece, and dive headfirst into the world where shock rock meets glam rock in the form of the legendary metal band W.A.S.P.
I am the Night Rider!
In the same way Lemmy is Motorhead, Blackie Lawless is W.A.S.P. So maybe more accurately, we will be diving face first into Blackie's comically ridiculous codpiece.
Oh, my eye!
Lawless grew up in Florida and New York in the 60s and considered following his uncle into a career in professional baseball, which would have been interesting.
And stepping up to the plate for his debut with the Yankees is the rookie Blackie Lawless.
Nephew of Major League pitcher Ryne, did you know?
No, I didn't know that. Is he wearing chains?
Yes, and it looks like his bat has 6-inch nails sticking out of it.
What's he doing to that mannequin?
That's called a call forward, Derek, and we're going to an unscheduled commercial break.
But it was the stage that called young Lawless, and he learned to play guitar. In New York, he was friends with Ace Frehley, and the teenage Lawless was right there in the rehearsal room for the birth of Kiss.
You guys should cover your faces in makeup, 'cause you're pretty ugly.
Lawless has said watching Gene and Paul Foreman run that band had a huge influence on his own management style.
When you think you've got enough pyrotechnics, double it.
In 1975, the New York Dolls were touring through Florida when heroin-addicted guitarist Johnny Thunders quit/got fired from the band. A call went out to audition local players, and a 19-year-old Blackie Lawless got the gig.
Oh, baby Blackie.
At the end of that New York Dolls tour, bass player Arthur Kane quit/got fired.
I quit this stupid band.
We already fired you.
Then I double quit.
Lawless moved to Los Angeles and formed the band Killer Kane with Arthur. They recorded one EP and disbanded.
I quit this stupid band.
It's your band, Arthur.
Then I double quit.
Lawless then correctly parlayed his connections to Kiss, his tour with the Dolls, and his membership in Killer Kane into legitimate street cred amongst the burgeoning Sunset Strip metal scene.
I'm singing about my baby, I'm singing about the bars, I'm singing about driving fast in really fast cars. I'm trying to find rhymes for words like, oh yeah, and it ain't easy, oh yeah. Just another rock cliche song, just another rock cliche song. Put your hands in the air, baby, and sing along. Just another rock cliche song.
He then formed his own band, Sister. Bass player in this band was a young man by the name of Nikki Six. Due to the place Lawless was in spiritually at this stage, something we'll discuss later in the episode, Sister had a lot of satanic imagery going on. Later, when Motley Crue were working on their second album, Shout at the Devil, which we covered in the episode, Shout at the Devil,
Gratuitous back catalogue plug.
Nikki called up Lawless and asked if he could use some of the old satanic Sister props. Lawless agreed, but warned Six to be careful when messing with that stuff.
Be careful with this stuff, man. The whole band might turn into a bunch of dickbags.
Lawless and Six also played together in a band called London, which in retrospect was kind of an 80s hair metal supergroup.
Tell me, fortune teller, will our band London be successful?
No. But Nikki will be in Motley Crue, who will have a surprisingly long career filled with ups and downs. The highs will be chart-topping albums and movie star wives. The lows will include drug addiction, unlawful death, and prison. Blackie will be in W.A.S.P, which will be a solid, constant commercial success for 5 decades. Izzy, Steve, and Slash will be part of Guns N' Roses, the biggest band in the world, for a time. And Fred will join Cinderella, which is also a band at this time.
Cinderella burn? Ouch. Someone's got issues with chumming home.
If you know, you know.
Throughout the 70s and early 80s, Lawless was playing in LA metal bands and was right there in the very middle of it as the Sunset Strip scene went global. All around him, his friends, colleagues and former bandmates were getting big dollar record deals and MTV coverage.
You get a record deal. You get a record deal. You get a record deal. Everyone gets a record deal. Except you, Blackie Lawless. You're scary.
In 82, the most recent band Lawless had formed at that point got called W.A.S.P. The story of how the name came about has been repeated by so many former members in so many different interviews and is so boring and lame it must be true.
Did someone see a wasp and thought that was a good name for a metal band?
Someone saw a wasp and said, wouldn't that be a great name for a band?
Called it.
Lawless then turned it into an initialism, W.A.S.P, because he well knew morons would spend the next 40 years coming up with things it must most certainly stand for.
Okay, we need 3 different ideas for what W.A.S.P stands for. I'll get the ball rolling with We Are Satan's Preachers.
What about We Are Satan's People?
Is that all you could come up with? You just changed preachers to people.
Yeah, I don't have many ideas, but I'm sure you've got heaps.
Well, I was gonna go We Are Satan's Pancakes next.
Oh.
In American culture, W.A.S.P is often an acronym for White Anglo Saxon Protestant, and indeed on the B-side of their very first single, the song Show No Mercy, which is all about a gang of bikers marauding their way through a post-apocalyptic wasteland, White Anglo-Saxon Protestant is crowbarred into the lyric.
Well, Blackie believes all the Catholics will be taken up in the rapture. He's not wrong. Oops, I've said too much.
We Are Sexual Perverts was mysteriously printed on the first album.
Trust me, you never want to put that expectation out there. It only leads to disappointment.
Lawless has never given a straight answer on this, and nor should he. One answer he gave was...
We ain't sure, pal.
Touché, Mr. Lawless. Touché.
So while all the other LA bands were glamming it up, Lawless simply did not have the bone structure for that, and W.A.S.P went in the shock rock direction, landing somewhere between Kiss and Alice Cooper.
I think the makeup is too scary.
We're not wearing any makeup, pal.
Oh.
The band were all in leather, studs and spandex. Lawless had buzzsaw elbow pads and a buzzsaw codpiece.
Is that a buzzsaw in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Jesus Christ, Larry! What the actual fuck?
Just like Lawless had seen Kiss do in the 70s, a W.A.S.P show was a theatre-level production, even in tiny, sweaty clubs.
Where are your eyebrows?
I was too close to the stage at the W.A.S.P show last night.
Oh, so you got right to the front?
No, I was at the very back.
They built their own props, creating a gas-powered flaming band logo. Lawless would act out a torture scene with a topless model tied to a rack.
How was the show, 1980s man?
There was a chick on the rack and you could see her rack.
In later years, Lawless would assault a mannequin dressed up as a nun with a knife and then pull a fake fetus out of it.
In Blackie's defense, he is the one who impregnated those mannequins.
Just in case you are keeping track, 7 minutes and 18 seconds ago you were told a joke was a call forward.
What's he doing to that mannequin?
Well, this mannequin dressed up as a nun story was what it was call forwarding to. I would like to say, I hope it was worth the wait, but I'd be lying to you as well as myself.
They started getting raw meat, usually liver, and throwing it at the audience.
Gross.
The unforeseen consequence of this was that the audience started bringing their own raw meat to throw at the band.
I can't tell if you're on your way to a W.A.S.P concert or a Mad Max-themed barbecue.
I am the Night Rider.
And for some reason, W.A.S.P were like the last LA band to get signed.
It might have been all the raw meat. Just saying.
Iron Maiden's management saw what others could not and took the unsigned band on.
We are raw meat allies.
They then recorded 3 demos of what would eventually become the first album.
3rd time's the charm.
So while W.A.S.P had been left behind in the initial flurry of signings, when they did finally sign, they got one of the biggest deals ever. 2 guaranteed albums and possibly 4 more with Capitol Records for a cool $3 million.
Now that's what I call a late fee.
So W.A.S.P went into the studio with legendary record producer Mike Varney and recorded their debut album for the 4th time.
Did I say 3rd time's the charm? I meant 4th time.
The song Animal, Fight Like a Beast, was intended as the opening track and to be the first single off the album.
Well, I for one can't see any problems with that.
For some reason, that song got a one-off publishing deal with independent UK label Music for Nations, who released it in April 1984, where it reached 61 on the UK charts.
We are not amused by these foul-mouthed Americans, although I must admit I did find the codpiece rather fetching.
The controversy surrounding this low-charting release confirmed every fear the record industry had about W.A.S.P.
They're very scary.
This unknown band's limited European-only release made it onto Tipper Gore's Filthy 15, which we seem to mention every 3rd episode.
I am genuinely concerned about the moral decline of the music industry. And this is definitely not a cynical attempt to appeal to conservatives while raising my husband's profile and readiness for his eventual run at the White House.
For further information on Tipper Gore's Parent Resource Music Center, please refer to previous episodes. N.W.O.B.H.M, Dungeons and Dragons 1 Demon Pulling, Shout at the Devil and Show No Mercy. Thank you. That was another
gratuitous back catalogue plug.
When it came time to release the album, Capitol's testicles had been sucked right up into their abdomen and Animal was left off the North American edition.
I'm sorry guys, we're leaving Animal off the album. There's just no way certain nationwide department stores will carry something with sexually explicit lyrics.
Hey, check out the assault rifle I just bought at a nationwide department store. What a fucking country.
With videos of barely clothed women being tortured on racks and buzzsaw codpieces, W.A.S.P garnered attention. Lawless has said,
From about 85 to 88, where there were thousands of death threats. Got shot at twice.
It's okay, the bullets bounced off his codpiece.
Ow, my eye!
Being based in LA with growing infamy, Lawless and the band had opportunities to appear in films. Blackie had appeared in the 1980s Steve Gutenberg vehicle Can't Stop the Music. If you haven't seen the movie, do yourself a favour and don't. It's famous for inspiring the creation of the Golden Raspberry Awards.
Great news, guys! Our film has won an award!
Really? Which award?
Let's not get hung up on the details. We're award-winning filmmakers now, and that's all that matters.
It sounds amazing. Please tell me more about Can't Stop the Music.
It's a fictionalized account of how the Village People were formed. In it, Lawless plays a dude on a leash on top of a desk, growling and biting at the audition.
Oh, you actually did tell me about the movie. Couldn't you tell?
That was sarcasm, dummy.
Which makes me wonder how much better the Village People could have been with Blackie Lawless in the group as the post-apocalyptic biker.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
W.A.S.P then appeared in the 1984 straight-to-video masterpiece, The Dungeon Master.
Also known as Rage War, The Challenges of Excalibrate, as well as Digital Knights, in different territories. Different titles in multiple markets is always the sign of a quality film. Once again, for clarity.
That was sarcasm, dummy.
In the film, a character called Excalibrate turns up at a W.A.S.P show at LA's Troubadour and disintegrates the whole band with his disintegration ray wristband.
I got it at a nationwide department store. What a fucking country.
It is rumoured Lawless was meant to play the main bad guy, Sammy Kerr, in the 1986 low-budget horror, Trick or Treat. In the film, Sammy is a dead rock star who zaps teenagers with lightning bolts fired from his guitar.
I got it at a nationwide department store. What a fucking country.
And Lawless was also up to play the part of the T-1000 in Terminator 2, Judgment Day. But it's claimed Arnie thought he was too tall and they went with Robert Patrick instead. At least that's what they told Blackie.
Hire the little one. The tall one scares me. Now, if anyone needs me, I'll be in my trailer with the housemaid. I mean, I'll be back.
40 years and 16 studio albums later, W.A.S.P are still going. There have been a couple of hiatus years here and there and too many lineup changes to mention, but the band is still out there, running wild in the streets.
Do you know what keeps them going? All the raw meat. You don't see your vegan bands anywhere these days, do you?
These days, Lawless refuses to sing some of the old material, most famously, Animal, Fuck Like a Beast, because of his born-again Christian faith. I can't criticise Lawless here.
Sorry.
I have also made a conscious effort to not swear in the last few years. The reason I do this, whenever I need to drop a fart bomb, is just to make me do more work. So I say fuck less.
Fuck yeah, motherfucker, fuck yeah, motherfucker, fuck yeah, motherfucker, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, yeah.
Oh, come on.
Fuck yeah.
Lawless was raised Southern Baptist. His father was a Sunday school superintendent, while his grandfather was a deacon and his uncle was a preacher.
That's what we call indoctrinated.
The young Lawless went to church every Wednesday and twice on Sundays.
So he's already experienced hell then.
He claims he was right into it, which does track with the use of religious imagery throughout the band's career. For example, the 1992 Crimson Idol concept album features Lawless on the front cover, lying passed out in a Jesus Christ pose on a bed with black satin sheets, except the sheets are white in the shape of a crucifix around the singer.
Oh, they crucified him during nap time.
If the idea of a singer lying on a crucifix bed sounds familiar, you existed in 2022, when Demi Lovato released the album Holy Fuck, which, by the way, the only way to pronounce that title correctly is to do my patented fuck. So there. Fuck you.
Wow. You've had a really big win here today. What a winner. Oh, and just in case it's not clear.
That was sarcasm, dummy.
So back in 1992, when W.A.S.P would have loved some controversy to help sell that album, no one cared what white dudes did on album covers. But when brown girl Demi Lovato did it...
Oh, the humanity!
I know.
It was a different time.
But still, I wanted to acknowledge Demi's contribution to Christian outrage.
And the award for the best Christian trolling of 2022 goes to, drumroll please, Demi Lovato!
I'd like to thank the colour of my skin and my vagina for this award.
Lawless has said of heavy metal,
A genre that, in general, is obsessed with the idea of God and or the devil.
Amen to that, brother.
Lawless claims to have become disillusioned with the church sometime around when he was becoming a rock star and spent a couple of decades spiritually in the wilderness.
Let's call it what it was. He was on a 20-year Rumspringer.
I couldn't find any time where he claimed he'd been an atheist, which I found refreshing. I'm constantly swimming in the waters of Christians claiming they were atheists when they very, very clearly do not understand the concept of what an atheist is at all.
I was an atheist.
Really? So you didn't believe in a supernatural creator god?
Let's not be silly. No, I was in between churches for a while.
So while in the wilderness, Lawless claims to have spent 3 years studying the occult. I don't know if this applies to Lawless, and because he passed my first Christian honesty test by not claiming to have ever been an atheist, as far as I can tell, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here. But I'm always dubious whenever a Christian claims to have studied the occult. Using the term the occult, like the occult is a thing, is usually the first sign they might not have read as deeply as they would have you believe.
I was afraid a demon would come out of one of the books and possess me.
Lawless claims to have realised the occult was just religion done differently. He has said of the moment he realised this about the occult,
Well, this is no different to what I just left.
That's it, Blackie. Just one more logical step.
and he has also said,
I walked around for 20 years and thought I was mad at God. I realized after 20 years I was not mad at God. I was mad at man for that indoctrination I received.
He's saying it, but I don't know if he's hearing it.
So nowadays, he identifies as a conservative Christian, and I, for one, believe him.
Oh, I'm sure that's a great weight off his mind.
In recent years, realising one of your heroes is a white male conservative Christian comes with a lot of sphincter-tightening baggage. There are some who argue this should not matter, and I'm sympathetic to that view, but on this show, that's exactly the stuff we find the most interesting.
All lives matter. I'm just asking questions. Am I being detained? It's purely coincidental. My worldview reflects motivated self-interest and narcissism.
I couldn't find any MAGA or QAnon stuff from Lawless. He seems to echo a lot of conservative talking points from the pre-Trump era. He's not a fan of political correctness and the woke culture.
Okay, boomer.
Back in 2008, he said of Obama,
"This man is a product of that extreme leftist Marxist movement that has been building in this country for over 40 years. He is a product of the Harvard far left."
It is certainly true the faculty of Harvard have been predominantly left-leaning for a very long time. And it is true that Harvard has produced some of America's most embarrassing socialists, like George W. Bush and Ted Cruz.
To be fair, in 2024, George W. Bush and Ted Cruz probably could qualify as leftists.
The overturned window.
Now, I don't want anyone judging Lawless too harshly here. Going by the American definition of Marxism, Obama is very definitely a Marxist. TTs, give us the unwritten American definition of Marxism.
What Americans refer to as Marxism, communism, or socialism was invented in the 1950s by white supremacists to persecute minorities.
I personally think it was socially responsible of Lawless to highlight the fact that Obama was going to face a lot of unfounded accusations and discrimination based on nothing other than his skin colour.
Thank you for your service, Mr. Lawless.
But proving Lawless is actually a patriotic American conservative Christian and not just a grifter who recognised no one is less prepared for a wolf in sheep's clothing than the very people who invented the term, in 2022 Lawless came out very strongly against Vladimir Putin, calling him a selfish bully.
Hey, Blackie, this is Sarah. She works for us now. She's going to taste all of your food before you eat it.
And I have to add, since the 1980s, Eastern Europe has become one of, if not the most important market in the world for metal bands. When Lawless attacked the invasion of Ukraine, he did it writing this.
With great sadness to all our friends and fans there we say with truly heavy hearts, "Do svidaniya, old friends, do svidaniya." I realize as I write this, most likely I will never be able to go back.
Speaking out will have impacted the band's profitability. So yeah, I actually do believe Lawless when he identifies as a patriotic American conservative Christian.
1 week later.
Blackie Lawless endorses Trump for president.
Oh, God damn it.
That was a joke. I hope.
You know who really does need an endorsement? Us! It's us! You could really help us out by getting Trump to attack us on Truth Social. It is Judas's dream to see his name in all caps. If you don't have any sway with Trump, the next best thing you could do would be give this podcast a 5-star rating. That would be almost as helpful as being digitally yelled at by the maggots.
So, what can we take away from W.A.S.P? Well, to quote the man himself,
I want shiny cars and dirty money, lots of rock and roll. I will live in fame and die in flames. I'm never getting old.
Amen to that, brother.
And that's why Satan is my superhero. Thank you so much for listening. Rate, review, subscribe, all that podcast stuff. But most of all, please give us money.
Visit SatanIsMySuperhero.com.
If you join our Patreon at the Third Circle of Hell, you'll receive access to exclusive content like this.
We're being indoctrinated with Satan.
That sounds so racist.
We'll laugh like a very pedophilic owl.
Okay. That's a weird owl.
Maggots. Maggots? Maggots. I thought it was just the maggots. Okay. Do you want me to
could be better.
I don't know why I read this in Stewie's voice. Okay. Really? So no, that was not him. The devil? The deuce?
Oh, Nazi. Alright. So, should I do a Kanye West impression?
Yeah, if you like.
Oh, that was quite humorous.
Oh, that's truly a knee slapper, Papa.
Where is this? Is it motorbike hour?
Must be. Alright, go.